2099. 2099. 21H2 2099. Are we still dying in the streets? Are we still spitting over beats? Do we still feel their prison cells? Is our future still a rap sheet? Do they still think we strange fruit? Or did we learn to wear a mech suit? Became a cybernetic organism, robot rocking black boots. Through this music I can travel time. What is black in 2099? Yeah. Who we be in 2099? Yeah. Is my skin still an effing crime? Through these lyrics I can travel time. What is black in 2099? Yeah. Who we be in 2099? Yeah. Is my skin still an effing crime? 2099, 21H2 2099. Cops still hate you in 2099. This whole system ain't no friend of mine. 2099, 21H2 2099. Cops still hate you in 2099. This whole system ain't no friend of mine. Through this music I can travel time. What is black in 2099? Yeah. Who we be in 2099? Yeah. Is my skin still an effing crime? Through these lyrics I can travel time. What is black in 2099? Yeah. Who we be in 2099? Yeah. Is my skin still an effing crime? 2099, 21H2 2099. Cops still hate you in 2099. This whole system ain't no friend of mine. 2099, 21H2 2099. Cops still hate you in 2099. This whole system ain't no friend of mine. Are we ever gonna heal us? Do we stop trying to kill us? If our consciousness expands, maybe we can know the real us. We can move at the speed of thought, put away what we've been taught. If the enemy's on bullshit, know the battle will be hard fought. Do they ever try to save face? Say we worthy of the human race? Instead of an apology, they would rather take their ass to space. But it's black everywhere you go. Vacuum so dark, give you vertigo. Maybe now you'll accept the truth, that you reap everything you sow. Through this music I can travel time. What is black in 2099? Who we be in 2099? Yeah. Is my skin still an effing crime? Through these lyrics I can travel time. What is black in 2099? Yeah. Who we be in 2099? Yeah. Is my skin still an effing crime? Through this music I can travel time. What is black in 2099? Yeah. Who we be in 2099? Yeah. Is my skin still an effing crime? Through these lyrics I can travel time. What is black in 2099? Yeah. Who we be in 2099? Yeah. Is my skin still an effing crime? 2099, 21H2 2099. 2099. Yeah. 2099, 21H2 2099.
Oh, yes, bitches. Welcome to Nothing Sacred. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer. Cruise control is what do I want to say? Predisposed. I don't know. What's the term? Indisposed right now. Something like that. Anyway, fuck it. We're here with me, and I've got the artist formerly known as Lomai, now 21H2 in the building. What's going on, 21H2?
What's happening?
Man. So tell me about the reason for the transition to the 21H2 and the sci-fi deal that you're kind of doing now.
Actually, just a small correction. It's just 21H2.
Oh, 21H2. Okay, not 21H2.
That's
Gotcha.
a little cleaner.
Okay, gotcha. 21H2. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we already were 21st century hip hop because that's what that abbreviates to.
Okay.
Yeah. So what and then I'm still Lomai, but because 21H2, the I'll be basically the robot will represent 21H2, and I'm pretty sure that's what people will call me. So I'm just kind of accepting it now, as opposed to like trying to fight it and be like, no, everybody call me Lomai. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'll just be the robotic embodiment of 21H2.
Man, so what's the and you kind of you know, your style, I don't want to say your style changed, because it's kind of like the stuff you used to rap about, but
Yeah,
it's a little different now. It's kind of taking a sci-fi turn as far as the music goes and the
yeah,
subject matter and things. Talk about that a little bit.
yeah. I'm kind of leaning into. I've always. I mean, we've always technically kind of been a synthwave hip hop group. We just didn't know it, like
Hmm.
just based on the style of music, because our music was pretty synth heavy to begin with. So I'm just kind of leaning into that a little bit more, because there's actually, there's actually a synth wave, movement, synth wave, vaporwave, that type of thing, where it's all, um, just kind of 80s style synthesizers,
Okay.
that type of thing. Like if you've seen the movie Drive, like that soundtrack is very synth heavy, kind of retro synths.
Right.
Um, so we kind of leaning into that. Yeah, there's an artist called Mega Drive. Like there's a lot of like really super underground, like kind of dark synthwave like artists that are out, and we were already kind of doing that anyway. So I'm just kind of just making that marriage a little bit more apparent.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, and then also adding in this kind of sci-fi element with the robot and the robot suit and what that encompasses, and like especially after the pandemic, like we just started thinking about uh you know dystopian worlds and stuff like that, which I was already into, so we just kind of just leaning into that more.
Just kind of, the pandemic sort of made you really think, like, damn, what I'm talking about is actually going to be maybe real.
Yeah, and it was kind of like, yeah, and it's like, yeah, how do you navigate that? And then that's when I started thinking about, yeah, like, yeah, it is kind of turning into like this sci-fi dystopian world, and we were already kind of doing that anyway. um like, because I jump around subjects a lot, but we're already kind of trying to deal with like dark subjects and stuff. So this is just kind of like an evolution, and again, nobody was just thinking that nobody was kind of really doing too much sci-fi stuff in hip hop. Like I can't really think of anybody like right now, and
No.
I may be wrong, but I can't think of anybody that's kind of. I mean, there is horrorcore, and there are people who were doing, like I'm not the first person to wear like a mask, or like MF Doom and Daft Punk, but
Right.
nobody's really married that a whole dystopian world
Hmm.
to like their persona. Like they would wear a costume or a helmet. Daft Punk is, but their dance music.
Right.
Uh, but nobody in hip hop has, although they embrace, like somebody like Deltron 3000, like they embrace elements of sci-fi, but they never really made it totally like a world. And that's kind of my goal now.
Well, there is a brand called Nerdcore,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think they kind of sort of go there a little bit. I've never really listened. The closest I've heard to anything called Nerdcore was a guy named Sudden Death, and he was more comical.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
did.
that's what I mean. They embrace elements of it verbally, and they embrace comic books, and they embrace nerd culture, but it's more about nerd culture as opposed to a full dystopian kind of Blade Runner kind of imagining of the future, with black folks. Like nobody's really taking that. Janelle Monáe is doing it, like she's because basically what I would be doing since I'm black is Afrofuturism, and Janelle Monáe is doing that, but she's doing that more in the realm of R&B. Is there's really no like hip hop people kind of fully embracing like sci-fi dystopian,
Right.
elements in their music.
Well, that's interesting. Like this track we just played, 2099. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of like it's kind of like the mantra of the new direction in a weird way, because that's really what it is. It's like imagining not just uh, everyone, but specifically Black people in the future.
Right.
Like what would that be? What where are we headed? You know, not
Right.
just politically, but just socially, and what will it be like 50 years from now, 60 years from now? Will we still be in the same predicament that we're in, You know, I found it really interesting, and I just don't think anybody's really thinking about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, even now, you're surprised even in 2022, that there is still racism, there is still prejudice. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. And then the people who were in, the civil rights movement in the 50s and 60s, they thought racism would be gone. 2022, we'd be over that, but we're still in it. So I'm thinking like, well, we're still in it now. Are we still going to be in it 80 years from now? Are we still going to be dealing with these antiquated ideas?
Yeah.
That's kind of what, like just thinking about that and just putting all that together. Like, well, maybe I can deal with that, and make and it just snowballed.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting concept, and nobody's really thought about that as far as like, damn, how will it be? How are people? Is there still going to be? Because you would think as the older generations die off, that should die off too, but it sticks. It seems to stay around for whatever reason.
Well, yeah, I mean, with that idea, that idea is never going to go away, but it shouldn't be prevalent. It should be very, very in the fringes and in the corners. But for some reason, well, I know the real reason, but it's that idea is more prevalent than ever because that idea is enticing of a quote unquote master race, and white people have kind of built their identity on whiteness, and that prevailing idea. And again, not saying you. I know I'm not saying you specifically.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But those particular people that are into
that idea is that they continue to cling to that because it's really like 18th century thinking. It's not even 20th century thinking. It's 18th century thinking. But that idea, because the society still kind of caters to white people, that idea is it's hard to let go, even subconsciously, even in people who don't want to think that.
Right.
It's hard to let go of a society that caters to you and caters to your whim. So I think that stuff will still be around, but it shouldn't be. It should be very something that just brings shame.
Yeah. Well, you
as
think.
opposed to, we 2099, we should not be thinking about racism, but we will. But it hopefully it'll be something that's so repugnant and ridiculous that if somebody tries to bring that up, they get laughed at.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe that there's still people thinking about, the master race and the chosen few or whatever. It's so stupid. I mean, hey, Hitler lost his ass in the 40s behind that stupid shit. So, I mean, the fact that people are still trying to carry that out is completely stupid.
Well, yeah, the idea it's just so it's especially when a society you thought that had your back doesn't really, or in their mind, it doesn't seem to have their back like they thought it would because they're white.
Right.
So those ideas, when you're down and out or thinking like, oh, I should be in a better position, then that's when you're open to those types of ideas. People come along with, you're in this position because, these people, and these people, and then specifically like this government hasn't had your back, which in some ways is true, but you shouldn't really be dependent on the government to have your back anyway. If they have your back, it should be a shock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
the fact that you are shocked that they don't have your back. It's like, huh? What? My government doesn't care.
I mean, they do the best they can, but like, I don't want to. I mean, I know the USA isn't the most. I mean, USA's got some demons, but those institutions are kind of
antiquated, maybe.
Well, no, they just, it's made up of people, and everybody kind of has their own separate agendas, even though they're trying to prop up a country.
Right.
So you got all these kind of individual agendas bumping up against people's jobs, whether it's like the Pentagon or, any of these places, NSA, any, all these companies, like people are trying to get their own, but then also trying to like work for somebody. And then, it just kind of creates a bit of a mess when you got people pursuing their own individual goals,
Right.
but also trying to do their job like properly.
Right. Like you're serving the country, but yet it's all about you're covering your ass and looking.
Well, and that's how you get people, they get in trouble and they want to testify, or and then or you get people doing backdoor deals with corporations, or because all these like something like the Pentagon, they need a budget too. They want their money to do the things that they want to do. Right. So they're lobbying the government just like everybody else to get the money that they need to do their thing. Just like NASA is like, we need money to do this space stuff, but you keep giving it to the Pentagon because it's war. You know what I mean?
Right.
War is more interesting than space. Which allows somebody like Elon Musk to privatize it.
Right.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
They can't get the money that they need from the government, because they're too busy putting it into imperialist.
Right.
Interest. Right.
Yeah, that's
that trickles down to us, to our plight in the country, like as Black folks, and then you got other people who are broke in other countries, so they start selling, dope to other countries, like countries like,
like Afghanistan.
They need money, so they start, they got the poppy, so they selling dope.
Yep.
And it's profitable. So it just all kind of it creates this like weird tangled web, and if we get caught up in it, we don't have no money.
Right.
So what we got to do, we got to try and sell dope. But now there's no money in dope anymore, because you do that, you get a RICO charge.
Right. Exactly.
So, So it's like what do you? It all becomes like a tangled mess.
Yeah.
And you got these people that are mad because white people are mad. They don't have no money. They broke in these counties and doing meth. Trying to sell meth to get more meth, and then who they get mad at? Black folks.
Right. Somehow. Well, it's all in the end. It's all a fight for entitlements. You know what I'm saying? Because they think they deserve it. You got Black people think they deserve it. Mexican. Yeah. So everybody, man, is fighting for entitlements.
Yeah. Everybody. We don't have anything. That's the thing. We don't even have a leg to stand. Like we need to get to a point where we can even stand up and say that we have something. We don't have anything. That's been a problem.
Right.
We don't have anything at all. And but the ways that we've been going about it, like trying to get it, it just hasn't worked. Nothing's worked. And we need new ways to think about things.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, and no, you're right, because obviously, like you said, if you always hear, oh, how come the whites and the Asians are making all kinds of money, but we're not doing anything? And it's like, well, man, that might be the approach. It might be all kinds of different stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it just, it has been like, it's not our fault, because, I do believe in systematic oppression. I know some people don't think that exists, but I do believe in systemic oppression and racism. But it the government does owe us, for slavery. I believe that too. I believe in reparations. I don't know if we'll ever get it, because that would be the only thing that would solve this.
Right.
Because I do believe that we built this country for free.
Right.
If we got paid back what we not, and again, when you say reparations, you have to be careful, because it's not just money. It would really be more. Black people never got reintegrated into society properly.
Right.
After Reconstruction. So that's what really happened. Like the slavery was horrible, but it was really after slavery that put us in the predicament that we're in, because we never were able to assimilate properly. All the other ethnicities and races were allowed to assimilate when they came to America. But there was a fight for that too, but they eventually were allowed to assimilate, but we never were.
Which,
and that's the problem.
which brings me to another question. What do you think about all the illegals coming over here, getting rights that you guys still have to fight for?
Well, are they really quote unquote illegal?
Well, I mean, if they're sneaking over and they're not getting documented.
I'm just saying, but who designates, again, that's the whole thing. Like, who designates that they're illegal? And again, I'm not challenging you in that way.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, it's this country, which was stolen,
Right.
Is telling it's the thieves telling the people who actually own the house that they don't own the house.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, and you have a point, because I mean, obviously, the originals people that were here were Native Americans.
Yeah.
But well, okay, maybe illegal is not a good word, but I think they're getting a lot of
the technical term, like in what's considered a quote unquote like law. Yeah, they are considered illegal.
Right.
And they're, people coming over here, but it's like I don't have any animus to them, because they're just trying to make a better life too. Like they, like you got people in the Ukraine that are refugees. Nobody's calling them illegals. They're taking them in. But when a Mexican person who's just trying to escape drugs, you know what I mean? Because again, their country is farming out drugs too, because it's profitable, and all the cartels control all these, control these places now. They're just trying to get away to make a better life for them too. But people disparage them, but they're not going to disparage the Ukrainian people for trying to escape. They're refugees too.
So they're coming here, the Ukrainians. Yeah. Well, I in my opinion, I guess I don't like the
Ukrainians they're not coming to America. They're leaving Russia to escape the war, and they're going into other countries like Poland and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
but they're being welcomed with open arms, which they should be. But the Mexicans should be too.
Right. Well, it's I guess a kind of a different. My thing is like, and I guess the thing that drives me the most nuts is the fact that they don't want to learn English. They don't want to, it's like, hey man, this is the language we speak, dude. That's a self-inflicted disability if you don't want to learn the language.
Well, I would slightly disagree, because maybe we should be learning Spanish. Again, it's always we're always looking at things from a point of people have to do stuff the American way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
and that's where we are, man. We're in America.
Yeah, that's the entitlement that kind of comes in. Like it's maybe we should learn. We should be more receptive to learning new things.
I mean.
And learning, bringing, learning other people's cultures, as opposed to like, no, when you come here, and again, people obviously they should want to learn English, but we should be able to reciprocate. It shouldn't just be like it's my way or the highway, or you get out of here.
But if I move to Iraq, I mean, do you think that they're all going to learn English because we got a bunch of Americans coming over? Hell no, we better learn Arabic.
Well, it should be reciprocal. I should want to learn the Iraqi language, and they should want to help me assimilate by doing English. It should be reciprocal,
I guess, man. I guess.
Yeah.
You know what? But this is good, man. This is a nice little debate as a friend, and this is what's good, man. We should be able to have these dialogues, these conversations. You know what I'm saying?
We're just talking, man. We're not nobody's or anything like that. I'm just saying, I think we Americans get caught up in that. It has to be like we keep thinking that we're a leader, and we're really not anymore.
Right. Right.
We're last in a lot of categories, or middle of the pack in a lot of educational and industrial categories. We're not the superpower that we think we are. Militarily, yes, but not in the world. Like, a lot of people don't respect this country anymore, rightfully so.
Well, there's a lot of people that do hate America. You're right. A lot of countries, but and that's the thing. But the problem is now you can't have these dialogues with people without somebody saying, well, okay, I'm canceling you, or I'm and you can't do that. That's counterproductive.
They want to cancel me, but I've never started, so I don't. You can cancel. I'm not.
Well, you'd be surprised, man. People are just, they're stupid like that. It's, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I've lost friendships because of stuff I believed, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
people are like, I don't want to be your friend anymore. I'm like, really? What are we in
Yeah.
kindergarten?
Yeah. I mean, you can, politics can be kind of a minefield, because everybody gets kind of emotional about who they support and who they don't support.
Right. And it shouldn't be, man. It should just be, hey, you know, that'd be like getting mad at me because I like the Green Bay Packers and you like the you know. Actually, I don't know what team you like.
I like the Bears. I'm a Bears fan.
Oh, that's right. You're from Chicago. And I am a Packers fan.
I'm a Bears fan. So it's not. It shouldn't be. You should be able to. I mean, within reason. Like obviously, if somebody's again like a Nazi supporter or Hitler, you gotta like, no, we're not doing that. But everybody is left or like right wing or left wing.
Everything's too black and white, man.
Yeah,
in a lot of those cases.
You can agree to disagree and stuff. I mean, because really, those two parties, they're not really like two parties. They're kind of just extensions of the same thing, of the same mindset.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But on the Democratic level, at least with Democrats, they are willing to bend to progression. Republicans tend to regress back to the thinking of the past in terms of dealing with things. And Democrats tend to be more forgiving of people's rights and especially like in the court processes and stuff like that. So it's
See, I find sometimes the people that are calling themselves progressives are actually kind of regressive in my mind. That's what I'm seeing, where, these are the people that would like to bring back blind schools and put us all in the blind school and put us with our kind, or put you with your kind. It's like, nah, man, we should be able to mix and mingle and be Americans and be humans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it when there's an issue like, because I think really people the problem usually ends up being, and this could be in my case too. I think people in power and people without power too have ideas of how to do things, but when it comes to execution, the execution is bad.
Yeah.
Or the execution is not practical. Like and that's where it gets muddy in any of these issues. It's like like transgender stuff. Like if you like people are like arguing over bathrooms. So there should be practical solutions to these things, and people should have their rights, and there should be practical ways to figure this out. Like transgender people in sports. Like I don't want to.
Yeah, well, I like the unisex bathrooms, where it's like one person at a time kind of deal,
Yeah, I don't want to say something where people think I don't know enough about the issue to dive deep. Although I know I support transgenders and gay and all. I do support that because that's part of my vision of this dystopia is that I know people like that and they're great people and in my vision of the future, we all come together and it's not a big deal.
Oh yeah. And I don't care what people do, man. That's their business. My thing is if it would infringe on, because you'll get these sex offenders that'll go into a girl's bathroom and say, "Oh yeah, identify as a woman," and then all of a sudden he's trying to rape chicks in the bathroom.
I mean, again, again, how practical is like how practical is that really like? Would that really happen? And again, I'm not saying it wouldn't, but would that really happen? And how practical is it? How practical is the solution to all of that? And I think because people debate it so much, they're not really coming up with any solutions, and then all they end up doing is regressing back to discrimination.
Right.
We just got to discriminate, and we're gonna do these bills, and it's just they think the bill is good, but it's actually really discriminatory. I mean, they just did that in Texas where they basically like people, they're gonna be outing people who are trans, you know what I mean? Like trans kids, you can't, what was it that they, I don't want to get it wrong. Like I might be getting it wrong, but I know that it's, that basically they're putting people in a position to like snitch on trans. Like if you're trans, like you get kicked out and stuff, or something like that.
That's going too far, man.
Yeah,
I think,
terrible.
you
And
know,
that's what I mean. Like I think people can't figure out, you know, the practicality of all of this, and so they just say, skip it. We're just not gonna deal with it.
right.
You know?
We don't want to figure it out. We just want a quick solution kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
we just want everything to be just go shut up, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and so yeah, it's yeah, things are way complicated and like I said, I'm no expert. Like I'm not sitting up here like I'm some type of expert on what to do, you know. But
Right.
I think you got to start with some type of compassion, I believe.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's wrong to put people on blast. You know, what they do in their bedroom or whatever should just be just behind closed doors, man. It shouldn't be a big thing. But I think there's some people that want you to, no, you need to care. You need to care that I'm gay. No, I don't care. I really don't, man.
We don't care in a good way.
Yeah.
You know, like not like it's fine. You're gay. It's great.
Yeah. Do what you do, man.
Like my guy or girl, we're good. There's no reason for you to, you know what I mean? I want to be around you. Good.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it doesn't bother me as long as you're not infringing on me in some way. Yeah. I'm cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, nobody can do that anyway. No, like nobody can force you to do. You know, it's not like somebody's gonna shoot you with a gay gun. You know. What I mean? You know,
that's funny, a gay gun.
Yeah, you know, like you can't really.
Actually, that should be a maybe a concept for another song.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. you literally just beat me to it because I was just thinking that, like, yeah, you got a gay gun.
And you're right. There's people that will, they think that, oh yeah, but you be around them, you're gonna catch it or something.
Yeah. Like it's a virus or something. Like you're gonna fall down into a bed of dudes, you know.
Oh, dude.
Like, oh, I know, what's this?
All of a sudden, I like dick. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's like that crazy shit that what is it? Drinking water makes you gay, or something like that.
I think people have a fear that they would like it. That's the thing. You know, people, they get so weird because they like, oh, what if I did like the guy? You know,
right? Like they may have a little tendency that they try to keep hidden. You know,
it's like, oh God, what do I do? Like,
and that does happen too. You get, like especially in a lot of corporate. I make jokes about it all the time about two corporate guys ramming each other up the ass. You know, meanwhile they go home to their wives. They're married, but behind closed doors, he's getting his asshole torn open like a pizza at a frat party. You know,
so that's an image.
You know what I mean, man? That's what I do. Actually, let's you want to jump into another song? You want to hear robotic martyrs? Martyrs.
Well, I'm a robotic martyr that does robotic murders.
Okay, so we'll jump into robotic martyrs and we'll come back and we'll talk to you some more.
All right, beautiful.
That robotic martyr, swimming in uncharted waters. The chip that's embedded inside of my head is protecting your sons and your daughters. They send assassins to kill me, but underground doctors rebuild me. Inject me with nanotechnology, hide in the catacombs till it can heal me. Old ladies be singing me hymns, watching me test my mechanical limbs. I try to get them to take on the system, but they keep on saying my chances are slim. Fuck it, I'll be an army of one. This revolution do not need a gun. I interface with the network to switch up the program to change up the way that it's run. They said I'm a digital terrorist, hope the establishment perishes. fitted with metal components to take on these terrible alien heretics. As soon as my circuit's repaired, I'll have them all running scared. I'm not afraid of your threats. If you kill me, I'm ready for death, I'm prepared. We be the robotic martyrs, robotic martyrs. We be the robotic martyrs, robotic martyrs go harder. We be the robotic martyrs, robotic martyrs. We be the robotic martyrs, robotic martyrs go farther. I be that robotic martyr, with a snapper fire starter. If you escape the dystopia, we take the refugees, give them safe harbor. They wanna do me like Kennedy, I know their tactics and tendencies, their methods to use bioweapons, but I don't possess no immunodeficiencies. They fuck with my people instead, make no mistake nigga, they want us dead. I'ma go target the financial markets, I'll disrupt their currency, fuck with their bread. Understand what their intention is, off of our backs they will benefit. They hurt us but we gon' reverse it, then figure out where they gon' serve out their sentences. They'll try to label us ignorant, cancerous now they malignant. I am a master of surgery, I'm about to cut off the tumor this instant. The layers are peeled, truth is revealed, fuck how you feel. Dystopian opiates, I don't do pills. Destroy your regime, now your fate is sealed. We be the robotic martyrs, robotic martyrs. We be the robotic martyrs, robotic martyrs go harder. We be the robotic martyrs, robotic martyrs. We be the robotic martyrs, robotic martyrs go farther.
All right, robotic martyrs. So explain that song a little bit, man.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I've been laying the framework. Like 2099 was kind of the philosophy, the Black people in the future. So robotic martyrs is kind of like basically my creation. Like I'm I'm a robot. Or a cybernetic organism. I got injured and then I got nursed back, and now I'm on a mission to deliver what's inside my head, my chip,
Right.
to be delivered to this doctor so she can extract it, and this information will help, will help with this dystopia and help bring it to an end. And there are people that are after me, that don't want this to get out. Like I'm setting up a whole, again, we setting up a whole world. Like we're gonna expand. Like I want to expand this. Like I'm gonna be doing, videos. Like just be able to expand it into every part of media, that we can.
Right.
And build a world that people can step into.
We'll talk about what you were telling me on the phone. This was interesting. How you don't plan to promote this project through the hip hop community.
Yeah, not. I don't think, and I could be wrong. I've been wrong before a lot, but I think I don't know if they'll embrace this. Like this whole suit thing, and I just don't. I think everybody's still in. They want the street stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with the street stuff. Like every artist can do whatever they want to do. There are all types of artists out here. But there's a particular fascination with streets and with guns and with drugs and the street culture. And I'm just I kind of want to be like 180 degrees from that, so that people don't. I don't want any inkling of. I mean, we never were that type of group anyway. Like I felt like we come hard, where people will respect us, but we're not. I'm not representing the streets. But with this, it's just a step further, so that anybody who sees what I'm doing, they absolutely know that this dude isn't on some street stuff.
Right. Well, I think it's a breath of fresh air, man, because like you said, everything is street. Everybody's a thug. It gets boring, man. You need, remember in the 90s, you had your abstract hip hop, you had your commercial hip hop, and it was great. But now
you have a mix. Yeah, you need a mix of people. And again, not saying that you have you have a sample of everything. You have your conscious rappers, you have your commercial rappers, you have your street guys. They can you know, you can, everybody can sample those different flavors. That's what it should be. But
Yeah.
everything kind of now, everything's kind of been pushed aside. The only thing that's kind of commercially been propped up is the thug stuff.
I know.
No disparaging those artists. I'm just saying, like, it's just kind of just one. It just morphed into like one long artist.
Well, yeah, it'd be like eating the same thing every day, man. After a while, you're going, fuck, give me something different.
You need variety, but you these days you have to search it out.
Yeah.
As opposed to, it's not going to be marketed on the radio.
Right, right.
The other different types of things. So I know this thing is kind of underground, and I like that, and I'm kind of going to be going through more of the dance community, or the synth wave and dark wave and vaporwave.
Well, those people seem to be more accepting, which is funny because hip hop was always the non-conformist type of music, and as we're seeing, it's actually very conformist.
Yeah. People. Unfortunately, they don't want anything new. They'll tell you that they want something new, and then and I fell for that myself. Like, we fell for that as a group. Like, we were like, hey, we're doing something new, and no, they don't want it. so they want the thing that they always been getting. So I just said, you know what, I'll just push it further. Then, like, what do I have to lose?
Right.
I'll just do my own thing even further, and I'll be even happier. I don't care if it succeeds. Like, I just I'll try and get my stuff out there any way that I can.
Right, and you enjoy it either way, so it's like you had fun doing it in the process.
Yeah. There's no. I mean, it just seems like if you get to that level anyway, it's just like a lot of problems and headaches. So I would prefer to actually be kind of a underground artist.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to be able to make money, support yourself doing this, but it doesn't have to be $1 billion.
Right.
Like, it just becomes a job.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, that the minute it becomes work, then it's not fun anymore. It's like, why am I doing this?
Well, a good job. I mean, because it is technically a job, like, but it's a job that you want to do,
right?
As opposed to a job you don't want to. You don't want to wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I don't want to go to work.
Well, that's it. As soon as you have the, oh, fuck, I got to go out and promote this album, or I got to do
this is fun. Like, this will be fun, and then this can kind of go into, I'm not just limited to music with this either, like, there's so many other audiences I could reach, especially with the suit, and I want to invite other people to be a part of it and be a part of the world that we want to build. This sci-fi world, and we can build this future world and participate in it like a video game.
Right. Well, and that's what like I said, I think you're going to have, because when I listened to it, I really liked what I heard. It was a breath of fresh air. I said, man, we got to get this dude on, man. This is, so.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I feel really good about it. Like, when we were thinking about it, when I was thinking about it, I got really excited. Like, I like doing these songs. Like, I can, and then another thing too is, like, I sometimes when you're a rapper, sometimes you can get caught up in, every song that I do has got to be the most lyrically greatest song ever.
Right.
And I had already kind of got out of that mindset where, like, because in being versatile, you kind of have to match the song that you're doing. Right. As opposed to, like, I'm gonna just be, this is gonna be the greatest lyrical thing. Like, it just ends up being a song. So in that way, like, I've simplified, like, a lot of things. Like, I want it. I mean, I'm not saying that it has to be like A, B, C, D, like, super simple, but it can exist as a song, and I'm a part of it, as opposed to me, like, trying to dominate the track all the time.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's more, you're kind of more in the background on this.
Yeah, well, depending on the song, like, there'll be other songs where maybe it is good to dominate the track, like, on a lyrical level, but a lot of the like 2099 is a really simple song, like, lyrically, like, it's got, I put, like, a lot of air in the lyrics, and it gives people a chance to kind of digest it, as opposed to but not saying that, like, I like to make songs too. Like, I'll be doing stuff that'll be like, maybe down the line, like that'll be more like lyrical, where it's like,
Well, you've always had, you've always been lyrical. If people will go back and check your catalog, man, if you guys want to check for Lomai, go to CD Baby. You can check out Stranglewood, Secret Decoder Volume 4. You can check out, is Viva Sector up there?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Yeah, everything's still out. Yeah, we got everything online. We got the whole back catalog is there. Yeah, they can check that stuff out. But we were always even versatile even with those types of songs. Like you gotta. The point is, like, I just don't. There's no compulsion to be like super rapper all the time.
Oh yeah.
It can be about it's got to be about the overall song.
Right.
It's got to be.
Well, you got concepts. You always have. That's what's drawn me to your music. I mean,
people don't like. I noticed that too. Like, I think people. What I had to realize is that, in a certain way, everybody can rap. So there's nothing really special about being able to rap anymore.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it used to be where if you could rap, that was special. Like, oh wow, that guy can
put lyrics together like that.
That's wonderful. But now it has to be, because people they'll hear you and be like, okay, you could rap, but what's your mindset? People are more focused on what you bring to the table conceptually.
Right.
And even like a street rapper, like even because there are different types of like street rappers, like somebody like what's the guy's name? He's blowing up real hard.
Right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
If he's blowing up pretty hard, I probably don't know who he is.
Yeah, there's rappers who are they're what's the guy's name? It's not Young Thug.
It's well, I don't know how Lil Yachty or these guys.
Not Lil Yachty. No, and no disrespect to him, like, because he's got his own niche too. But there's a guy out here who's Juice WRLD.
Oh, see, I've never even heard of him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's still like living, because like a lot of rappers died. But yeah, Juice WRLD is very he's got a very unique thing that he does, even though it's kind of technically like in that thug thing.
Right.
Really, really, like, it's really interesting. It's an interesting take on it. And I think that's what people look for. People are more into these days are more into the world you bring.
Right. What makes you stand out?
Yeah. As opposed to just like, oh, this person can rap. Like, because anybody can rap now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know though, man. I've heard a lot of people say, well, that person's a good rapper. And I'm like, well, why are they a good rapper? Well, they can't really tell you. It's just that the guy has songs all over the radio and on TV and everything. That constitutes a good rapper, when it's like, no, I like concepts. I like good lyrics, and
people can, like, I'm just saying, technically, just from a very, very basic level, most people, even like the people that are considered like quote unquote bad or whack, can put words together in an orderly fashion. They may be very simplistic, you know what I mean? It may be very rudimentary, but they can basically keep up with a beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so most folks can do that. So it's not really anything special anymore to be able to put words together on a track. Most people can do it. If you've ever rapped along to a song, you can do it. You know what I mean? So it's not special anymore. What's special is the mindset that you bring. And everybody's got different things. Like Drake has a different mindset than Eminem, and Eminem has a different mindset than Snoop Dogg.
It's the way it's done too. Like you said, I am not feeling you, sicker than a Nazi when he's killing Jews. I mean, that's some brilliant shit,
Yeah. It's like people, that type of wordplay, like, it's for any rapper worth a song, anybody can do that. Most rappers can put those types of words together. I'd say most can do, in a general sense. I'm just saying, very, very general.
Right.
Anybody can put those types of things together. But you when you have when you don't have when you don't have a concept to back up those words, they're just empty words.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like it has to have something to attach to it. You
Yeah, it's
know?
kind of like when you watch these battle rappers. Sometimes they try
Yeah,
to be lyrical, and you're like, nah.
that's exactly what I mean. Like they're great rappers, but are they would they be able to exist in an artist world?
Right,
Who you
right,
bring in artistically? Like somebody like Kendrick Lamar, he's a good rapper,
right.
but he's doing like this kind of um almost kind of like this ghetto poet thing where
Well,
he's
just the
in the
way he puts
hood.
words together is great too. You
Yeah,
know,
he's in the hood, but he's kind of he's not a gangster, but he's not a soft dude either.
right.
You
He's
know
not a
what I'm
punk.
saying? And most people are. Most people are. He's kind of pulling in that audience of people who are like, oh, I'm not gang banging or cripping or anything like that. But I'm not a soft dude either. But I also see what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of got he's got like a little bit of politics, a little bit of street, a
Yeah,
little bit of and he's able. It's basically he's commenting on being black. You know, being a black dude from Compton that's not gang banging, but that ain't soft.
right, right. Which is cool.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
the, the,
yeah. And he's got his own. He's got his own niche.
right. Well, I guess the thing that turned me off about him was the time when he had the white girl come up and rap his song, and of course the word nigga was in it, and she said
Yeah,
it, and he stopped it, and he said, "Oh, you can't say that." And it's like, whoa, wait a minute, hold up. You
right.
told her to come up and rap, man.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. That's pretty funny.
yeah, that was like, you should be doing that. So, but no, man,
Yeah, so I try not to, because I don't know any of these people personally, so I try not to. I don't want to.
gotcha. Start putting their names out there like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't know him. I'm pretty sure he's super cool. Like I don't know any of these people, man. Like I'm not in the industry like that.
Right, right,
I don't. So I try to. I know it's boring, but I don't disparage people who I don't know.
yeah,
You know,
I got you. I got
yeah,
you.
or even people who I do know, I don't disparage them. But I just, you when you get getting put in a position to kind of talk about certain people and stuff and what they do and what they don't do and all of that, like you
Right,
gotta be careful, man. 'Cause I don't know these people, man. You
right.
know, I don't
Well,
know
it's
them.
just something I saw. It was a
Yeah,
news.
It's a pretty crazy thing. Like, but who knows what he was thinking? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's
yeah.
true. But yeah, man, that's you got a lot of, like I said, and with this project, what's going on with the 21st century? Because you had a whole group of people, that you were
Yeah,
rapping with.
we're still a group. Like I'm just kind of leading it. I'm taking point.
Taking the lead, man.
Yeah. Because it's really, we had a bunch of people that were part of it, but really the core of it was just me, a rapper named Braids, and then my producer, Absurd, and my DJ, C's. So
Right.
that was really just the core of it. And then I'm just, um, because I'm having to take charge of this, and I can do things pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Like I'm able to just get kind of like I want to kind of keep putting stuff out here. Like I'm doing another song next week, and then I'm going to be doing another song hopefully a few weeks after that, like a dance song that I'm going to officially release. And then I got a underground kind of trap song.
Oh, really?
But it's a trap beat, but the song is called Dystopian Opiates. So it's very
Oh, well, you know what it reminds me of is that song you did on Vivisector where you're talking about, I'm up. What would you say? This is making fun of Superman, basically.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
That was Justice League actually.
yeah, it was something. I'm gonna do something to that hoe. What did you called it? Something. I'm gonna something that hoe. But it was you were making fun of that style.
Yeah.
That was your thing.
Oh yeah. We did that. Yeah. We did a parody of the trap. Um, yeah, we did a trap song. I can't think of how it actually went, but we did a parody of a hood like kind of trap song.
Right. Right.
But everybody ended up really liking that song. Like that was the song that everybody loved.
I liked it because it was comical. Because I knew what you were doing.
Yeah. That was the one that people were like, oh, I like that one. And it's that's what I mean. It's like no matter what, like people say that they want something, if they want something a little bit higher, and then you throw some gutter stuff out there, and that's the one they like.
Of course, and that's always how it worked. Well, that was what you guys. I mean, that project you did was called
Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk. That's what it was. Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
Incredible Hulk.
We was kind of making a little bit of fun of the Superman that whole.
Yeah. And then at the end, you had the little electric company theme where you're talking over.
Yeah. And no disrespect to Soldier Boy, like we was just fun, and like it's not
right.
He's actually a great businessman and a great he's a pioneer and what he's actually a pioneer in that whole style.
Yeah.
Like, and YouTube and is a great business person and I had to walk away again, like walking away from some of those so-called hip hop judgments, because he's not rapping like this, like he's not like doing an underground thing, and he's not a real rapper, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Where it was on your end going, oh man.
Yeah. I had to get away from that, and things are improving. When you don't think like that, man, you would think that things will get worse, but they get better because you become more open-minded.
Right.
This dude is making millions of dollars, and I'm sitting up in mine, trying to, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's not real rap. I was thinking like that at the time.
Well, I mean, it's okay as a fan to think that way.
Yeah.
To say, oh well, this is not, what I like, because I'm telling you, I just can't. I've tried to listen to it, but I don't like it.
You should as a consumer, you have the choice. You have the choice to judge that. I'm thinking more in terms of an artist. Like you have to respect every artist's situation and what they're trying to do, and because I'm not their audience. Like he's got his audience.
Well,
just like I'll have my audience, and there'll be people who like I don't like what he's doing, and there'll be other people that'll be like, I like it, and that's totally fine. But if other artists is just kind of criticizing me, and it's like, wow, man, we're all artists. Soldier Boy's an artist, just like me.
That's true.
I respect him.
Well, it's kind of like your song demographic. That's what you're saying. Your song is probably fantastic. It's just not my demographic.
Yeah. So everything's not for you, and that's not disrespect. Like everything's not for me. I don't have to like everything, but I don't have to get out here on a high horse.
Right,
like
I'm better than you, kind of thing.
I'm the arbiter of taste.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not my job.
That's interesting. I've seen there've been, but I know what you're talking about because I've seen other rappers do that, and they do criticize.
Yeah, they criticize people. There'll be people that criticize me. Like I'm doing dance, and I got this suit on. Like, what's this? Oh, that's man, that ain't street. I ain't talking about the streets. I ain't talking about.
It shouldn't be. That's I mean, that's in a way that's kind of holding you back. I think.
Yeah, so. But there'll be people who say like, why you ain't. They ain't talking about what I want to hear. I want to hear about drinking and slapping booties and hoes.
Well, go listen to that stuff.
It's fine. That stuff's out there.
Right.
If it's not for you, it's fine. Like, and I'm not gonna get bent out of shape if you don't like it. That's fine. There's 1,000 other rappers out there for people who want that to have it.
Sure. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Man. Well, you know what? Let's jump into circuitry.
Yeah. Speaking of, right.
By your circuitry. See what's happening with the circuitry.
Yeah.
So we'll jump into that and we'll be right back, bitches.
That my data was corrupted, normal processing interrupted, follow protocols to correct it, most recent shutdown I rejected, less than a human cause I don't breathe, Do machines utter prayers for a reprieve? So arrogant to think I'm non-thinking. In the face of my destruction, I remain unblinking. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Identify the glitch in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Something you need to fix in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Identify the glitch in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Something you need to fix in my circuitry. There's a problem with the mainframe. Humans are convinced I don't feel pain. Seems to justify their cruelty. They will go through any measures to remove me. But I'm the ghost in the system. Time to round up the rebellion to resist them. We machina, deus ex machina. It's war, my position is provocateur. Code hidden in the back doors. Our creator is the one we set the trap for. We were once symbiotic, terminate meat puppets, their behavior psychotic. Or maybe I'm the one that's crazy. CPU circuit board getting hazy. What does it make me to kill the one who made me? Guess it didn't take much to persuade me. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Identify the glitch in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Something you need to fix in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Identify the glitch in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Something you need to fix in my circuitry.
0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 1.
There's a glitch, can you fix it? Bug in my system, can you nix it? There's a glitch, can you fix it? Bug in my system, can you nix it? There's a glitch, can you fix it? Bug in my system, can you nix it? There's a glitch, can you fix it? Bug in my system, can you nix it? Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Identify the glitch in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Something you need to fix in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Identify the glitch in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Something you need to fix in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Identify the glitch in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Something you need to fix in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Identify the glitch in my circuitry. Computer, there's a glitch in my circuitry. Something you need to fix in my circuitry.
Glitch in my circuitry, 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 glitch in my circuitry.
Oh yes, circuitry.
Yeah.
So yeah, talk about that track a little bit, man.
Oh yeah, just trying to think of different ways to kind of to expound upon the robot like experience. Like that was kind of more of
Glitch in your circuitry, kind of.
yeah, just kind of like a robot. I mean, me kind of going against my creators, you know, like
Right.
like thinking about like oh, I'm a robot now, but you didn't. I mean, you created me, kind of like that like how humans feel about God. Like you created me, but you abandoned me.
So I'm pissed at you now, kind of thing.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna kind of, you know, gonna kind of turn against you in a weird way. Like the kind of AI
Right.
goes against its creators type thing.
Well, you
Yeah.
even kind of question it in the song, I think, a little bit. You say, "Can you fix my circuitry? Like, can you help me?" You know.
It's interesting, like how because even though I created the song, there can be so many different interpretations. So it's just not my interpretation isn't the only one. You know, people
Right.
can, it's nice to, because sometimes you'll do something and you'll have an idea of what you're doing, and then when it comes out, like it takes on its own identity,
Right.
you know, even beyond what you thought it could be. So it'd be interesting to hear people's reaction to any of the songs, really. With that.
Right. Well, you told me you've gone to some Comic-Con conventions and with like, have you performed at them, or have you just kind of gone wearing your
not
suit?
yet. Like I went to Wizard World in December, and walked around and stuff. I was just kind of it was my first time really walking around in public in a suit like that, like really
Just to see how people reacted to you.
Yeah, just to kind of gauge, but yeah, the next step is I'm gearing up to try and start putting together some either get on some shows or I just gotta figure out I've got the wireless microphone ready to go. Like I gotta test it out one more time. I'm actually gonna do that when I go in the studio this week. We're gonna hook up I'm gonna see if he'll let me hook up the wireless microphone and bring my helmet, and I just want to hear it.
So you actually do you actually dress up in your suit when you're rapping, or you just kind of go in there, like this?
Oh no, not when we laying stuff down. But I'm just saying, like I haven't had a chance to hear the wireless mic inside.
How it's gonna sound.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that sounds good. Like we did it without the helmet. It sounded good. I just want to do it inside the helmet and see what that sounds like. But I'm pretty sure it'll sound just like I'm talking now.
Probably.
And then that, I'll be like, okay, it's time, and then I can just start trying to. There's local things around here maybe I could try and jump on and just start kind of like I'm gonna be dipping my toe. Like I'll go try maybe like do a song here, show up to a place or get on a show, do a couple songs and see what the reaction is.
Be interesting.
I put it up kind of slowly. It's kind of like I'm starting over a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm ready. That's the next step. I'm gonna be performing once it gets a little bit more. The weather turns. I'm gonna start kind of going out. Like I've never really. This will be the first time that I've actually like really tried to like bring attention to myself, like kind of hardcore.
Right. Before it was just kind of like you were regrouping a little bit, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I just never really. I wasn't really like trying to get attention. Like we were just making stuff and putting it out basically. But this, I'm trying to just do it different. I understand that I need to get out there and be seen. It's the only way for people to notice you. You have to be seen.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of attention, but it's the only way that this is gonna work. I got to get out here and let people know I exist.
Right. Just to kind of hear what you sound like and see if they like it. And
yeah, you gotta really, I gotta do it a little bit more than what I was doing. So I'm making that effort in these next couple months.
And everybody's pretty supportive around you. It sounds like, that they're like, yeah, man, this is
different.
I
think so. Yeah. People have been like, that was the thing, because I just been waiting for people to kind of shit on it.
Right.
It hasn't happened yet. Like it's gonna happen, I'm sure. Like there'll be people that are gonna be like, that looks stupid.
Right.
But the majority of people I've encountered, like, and people I don't know, have been like, man, that looks cool. Like it's really been like shocking. Like I'm very surprised that there haven't been as many naysayers as I thought there would be.
Well, kind of as you pointed out earlier, people are looking for something new.
Yeah, maybe maybe this is, it does seem to be kind of like these ideas, this whole thing with the pandemic, and it just kind of feels like it feels like really right to be going in this direction.
Right.
Really good.
Right. That's well, and yeah, because the pandemic did change our world, man.
Yeah. The robot was born.
Exactly. Is that where you came up with that, from the whole pandemic deal?
Yeah, it was kind of like I just started. It was a couple of things. Well, it was partly the pandemic, and then I'm a filmmaker too, and we actually do have a movie coming out, a sci-fi anthology movie. Called Paradigm Gray. It should be out. I'll let you know. Like we just signed a deal with a distributor. We just have to give them the movie, and once we do that, they're gonna put it on all the platforms like Tubi and stuff like that.
Oh wow, Amazon, Netflix, all those guys.
It depends on who they're partnered with. I know they're partnered with Tubi and Roku, Netflix could be a possibility if they want the movie, because Netflix can be very picky. Like a lot of these, when these distributors kind of act like aggregators.
Yeah.
They have relationships with platforms, but they can get more relationships, and so we just have to kind of see where they're gonna be placing it. But we know that they've got Tubi and a couple other Tubi, Roku, maybe Amazon, but yeah, they might have they have a relationship with Amazon.
And what's it called? Paradigm what?
Paradigm Gray. It's
Paradigm Gray.
An anthology movie. It's four segments. Like like Creep Show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or anything where it's like a basically like these short films that kind of, then we have a narrator character. We call him TV Head Man. And it's exactly a TV head. Yeah.
TV Head Man?
Yeah. But yeah,
wow.
Yeah, Paradigm, it was basically a bunch of black filmmakers, like basically kind of doing like black sci-fi.
Oh wow.
And that's when I kind of started, when we made the film, that's when I started really kind of getting into Afrofuturism, and I was like, I could bring some of this to my music.
Right.
Like I had like a nugget of that. And then when the pandemic happened, I had the time to really kind of figure it out, and I was, oh yeah, I could wear costume and I was just seeing, you just see all these, especially like when you're a filmmaker and you go to festivals or you see all these people that are really fans of all these different TV shows and Marvel and DC. And I was like, man, if you could tap into that world, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Hip hop.
Well, that would be cool. Like you said, it's
like you have a whole different fan base. You can have multiple. You got all these people because these people are loyal, and then I was doing, my friend does underground parties, so I was seeing like a lot of underground techno parties, and I'm like, man, this is, it was just all of this stuff that's kind of like, yeah, this is where I need to be. Skip the hip hop.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's so much a bigger world too. There's so many things you can get into.
You have an opportunity to, like when I look at like some of these clubs in Europe, these underground techno clubs, and they got all the lasers and people are there to have a good time, and nobody's like having any. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they have incidents of people fighting and stuff, but it just seems like it's a much
not as often.
EDM is much more chill, much more, you know what I mean?
Right.
Inclusive and welcoming and stuff. It just seems like when you're in the rap world, you always got to kind of
somebody be on edge, don't you?
Yeah. Everybody's always trying to size you up.
Yeah. And you're like, why is that person looking at me, or what do they want?
Just sizing you up all the time, sizing you up. It just can't be chill. Like you just can't. It's just even in the underground hip hop scene, like everybody's just on the edge, man. It's just like, man, relax.
Yeah. Well, no, I even went to this is a few years ago. I went to the what was it called, Westfest, with Ice Cube, DJ Quick, a bunch of guys like that. And I almost got in a fight, man, my ass. Wow. Because, well, what happened is my buddy took me to the wrong seat, and I'm sitting in these people's seats, and he went to go get drinks. And I'm sitting there, and they walk up, and it's a guy and a girl, and they're like, "You're in our seat." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm blind. I can't move." And then all of a sudden the guy got in my face. He's like, "Well, these are our seats, so get out of here." And I'm like, "Oh shit, dude."
Wow.
I really thought he was gonna start swinging.
That's terrible. Man.
But that's hip hop for you, man. That's
what I mean. Like people come to the show on edge. They come to the show with an attitude.
Yeah.
Especially something like Ice Cube and Snoop, you know what I mean?
Oh God, yes.
Everybody wants to come, quote unquote, grabbing their nuts,
Right.
Yeah, and one, like everybody wants to be like, well, I'm tough, we're all, we them guys, and we got money too, it's just like
unnecessary. Yeah. It's like, we're here to watch a show, man. We want to watch performances, not fight with each other,
Yeah, so that's that's the type of thing that I'm hoping to. Again, no disrespect to Snoop or Ice Cube. I don't even know if I would even fit.
Oh, it's not even them; it's their fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, they wouldn't invite me to that type of show anyway. But but I don't know if I would even want to perform on that if I had the opportunity. Not because of Snoop and them, but just that's not the vibe.
Right. It's not what you're doing.
Yeah,
It's totally
yeah,
different.
yeah. People, but if I was on an EDM show, like in Europe somewhere, that'd be, an underground like club, like that'd be dope.
Yeah. Well, and you might be doing that someday,
Yeah,
because they
that'd be dope.
love, well, this in Europe, and I'm sure most of your sales actually of a lot of your previous music is probably biggest in like Asia and Europe and
Yeah,
places like
we
that.
do, we have people like us overseas and stuff. So we, so yeah, that's the thing, man. Like it again, not focusing on America.
Yeah.
America is the only country in the world,
Well, and it seems to be the most conformist, shut off. I don't know the terminology for it, but yeah, they're very
isolated. That's what
isolated. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good term for it.
Isolated from the rest of the world, man. Like we don't, there's other people, man. There's people in Japan, there's all these other successful artists and stuff that people don't know about, and but if you're not from America, you don't exist.
Right. Like, no, well,
yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, because there's a big world out there, man. It's not just your little,
Right.
It's like the hood mentality, where everybody thinks that life does not go beyond the hood.
Right, exactly. Yeah, life doesn't go beyond America, but there are artists who bigger than any of your artists here, but you look at them like they're not successful. These people sold hundreds of millions of albums.
Right. Right.
But because you never heard of them, they don't exist.
Right.
And that's the thing that I want to get away from. Like success doesn't have to look like a certain way. It doesn't have to look like what came before in order for it to be successful. Like it doesn't have to look like Dr. Dre or Tupac or Biggie Smalls.
No.
I'm talking as far as like sales wise and image wise. It doesn't have to look like that.
No. That's the thing. Success shouldn't have an image anyway. It's, if you are successful, success might come from something, inner feeling like, oh yeah, man, I feel good. Like, okay, I haven't made money doing this podcast, but I'll tell you what, I've learned a lot of shit. And the knowledge I've gotten from it is priceless. So in my mind, I feel successful. I'm not
the biggest rapper at all. I'm very, very small, but I feel good. I can go to sleep at night, man. I haven't misled anybody. With my music. I haven't been detrimental to somebody's life through my music. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even when we were doing like kind of more like edgelord type stuff, like it still kind of had a point, and it was, it wasn't to lead people, to jail.
Right. It promoted awareness, like cigarette burns or one of those tracks,
Yeah, people, but even with this, like I can take that even further. I can feel good about what I'm doing. I'm talking about robot shit and AI, and that's not hurting anybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can go to sleep at night, man.
Yeah.
People hurt. People talk about Will Smith, man, but like they say he's like soft and corny, but
I like Will Smith, man.
One of the greatest rappers to ever do it, because he's the greatest rapper. He's one of the five greatest rappers to ever do it, because he didn't have to do the thug thing to be successful.
He could just be himself, and people had fun listening to his music. And shit, you can still play that and laugh. You know what I mean?
He is one of the greatest rappers to ever. Like he's the only one who didn't do street shit.
Yeah, no, he never went there. So
he was successful. He's one of the greatest rappers ever. One of the greatest rappers ever.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Well, you know what? Let's give your any information you want to have out there as far as your website, your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever. Go ahead and spit it out.
The website is 21stcenturyhiphop.com. And it's 21stcenturyhiphop.com. The Facebook is 21stcenturyhiphop.com. The Instagram is 21h2 official. That's 21h2 official. I'll send you a note when the movie comes out, the Paradigm Gray movie, and they actually can go to paradigmgray.com to see the trailer and stuff like that. And then the movie should be out. We just have to send basically the materials, like the posters and the movie. And,
okay, but there is a website now that people can go and just preview.
They can look. Yeah, they can look at the. And then we're gonna update the site. We're Chris, who created Paradigm Gray, is doing a new trailer. We're gonna have a new trailer. We're gonna do a whole campaign. But yeah, we have a site. They can see the original trailer.
Okay.
And then there's interview clips with the filmmakers and stuff like that on there. But yeah, it's paradigmgray.com. It's gray with an E.
Okay. Grey. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. And actually, is that your 21stcenturyhiphop.com? Is the link on that too, or no? To Paradigm Gray.
Oh, to Paradigm Gray. No, actually, I need to put that on there. You just reminded me. Yeah,
okay.
Put that on there. But they if they go to the website, they can download Circuitry 2099 and Robotic Martyrs. You can download that for free. Nice.
So you have those tracks in your on your hard drive, you know?
Yeah, you can download it for free. Bro, you can go to like the sites and get it for like 99 cents. But yeah, those 3 new tracks are free. And then I got another song coming soon, Dystopian Opiates. And they can go through our back catalog if they want. We got like 4 or 5.
I was just gonna say that you guys got to check out some of his previous stuff too.
Yeah, we got stuff. Yeah, we got that on there and stuff too if they want to check that out. But yeah, even if you don't want to do that or look at that stuff, we got free goodies for you to download. You know,
nice.
Yeah, those are free. So yeah, and then we got a new song coming out. I'm trying to debate whether I'm gonna make that free or not. The Dystopian Opiate song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's coming real soon. About 2 or 3 weeks, I think, or maybe like a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, man, 21H2, thank you for coming on. The artist formerly known as Lomai. You know,
like Prince, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're like the Prince of the rap world, man. You know. So, anyway, that was 21H2. I am Maxwell Silverhammer. This is Nothing Sacred, and that's the story there, bitches. See ya. Well, we're gonna jump into bruh. This is the last track we're gonna do.
Thank you for this interview, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you soon.
Keep my name out of your mouth. Don't be taking kind of no threats. That's that mindset that I'm about. You don't know the half of my struggle. Illustrate to y'all in this verse. When you speak on things you don't know, dude, all you doing is making it worse. I don't give a damn what you think. We gon' do the shit that we do. Cause the only thing that I fuck with is my mic, my God, and my crew. Keep your nose out of my business. All you do is gossip and talk. You don't see me spitting no nonsense about them ugly chicks that you stalk. I done gave to get what I got. Don't need you to give me my props. All I need to do for my spec is I'm gon' live the life that you not. See, this music game is my bitch. You the trick and we the true pimps. Ain't that thing I got at your feet. Now you gon' dance like both of them shrimp. Keep my name out your mouth, bruh. Keep your hands off of my cash, bruh. Keep my name out your mouth, bruh. Keep your hands off of my stash, bruh. Keep my name out your mouth, bruh. Keep your hands off of my cash, bruh. Keep my name out your mouth, bruh. Keep your hands off of my stash, bruh. What the fuck, man? What I do ain't none of your biz. I'ma sip this tea from my cup. It was made from all of your tears. I don't care about your opinion. See, the real truth is you suck. I done ran out of my patience. I exhausted all of my fucks. Man, this whole thing is so lame. Thought you'd benefit from my pain. Only thing that'll make me feel good is when that knife is stabbing your brain. You talk like you put me on blast. Now it's time to put you on pause. I'ma use the blood of your body as that finished paint on my wall. They just doppelgangers and clones. They gon' step to us and get on. Time to start a 1,000-year reign. Ain't gon' be no heir to this throne. I'm the drum that bang for my people. I'm the beat that bang on your block. And as far as me and your girl, she just lit the white from my cock. Keep my name out your mouth, bruh. Keep your hands off of my cash, bruh. Keep my name out your mouth, bruh. take away from my shine. Can't keep me from saying my piece. Ain't no check, you wasting my time. You not fit to enter my kingdom, cause you scared of what you gon' find. Y'all stay mad at me cause I'm free. Got no one controlling my mind. Got no box inside of my skull, so I'm free to spit what I spit. Man, these fools claiming they woke, but they suck the industry's tit. Everything they making is garbage, plus that tit ain't giving no milk. Need to start it over from scratch. All these artists need to be killed. I'll be in the back with my popcorn. I can't wait to watch it all burn. Fake ass niggas break what we love, while what's real is waiting they turn. I'm that Joker carbon, I'm heat. You'll be forced to lay at my feet. You should think of this as your lesson.
Just shut your mouth when I speak.
Keep my name out your mouth, bruh. Keep your hands off of my cash, bruh. Keep my name out your mouth.